Nick. Good evening, everybody. First, Dmitrovich, Dell, I guess. Good evening, friends. How are you? Let me just open up this laptop here so I can read the chat a little bit easier. Give me 1 second. Good time of day. Yeah, I mean, I've been at work with my wife and kid, put my kid to sleep, so it's been a long day here. This is more of a like at the end of the day, end of the night, or whatever you say. Ah, it's not noon there yet. Got it, got it. Yeah, it's 9 here. That's when I usually stream, if I stream. Yo, yo. Alrighty, give me a second. As always, let me get some water. And then we start doing some coding. Alrighty. So I think last night I streamed, right? And basically what we did is I started moving this what was it called? A draggable list, a core team builder. Yeah. Started moving this team builder. Let me just remove this notification from Midjourney. Awesome. So basically we started Obi, my friend, good evening. We started moving this guy, right, to and I think for the most part this kind of works already, right? Let's just see where we got last night. Yeah, so this was the thing we've been moving to Luigui. So let's actually, you know, because we haven't been using ChatGPT lately almost at all. Let's move this. Let's ask this guy, please review my React team builder components and see if we can make some improvement. Let's see if this guy can actually help us out, because maybe we can already finalize this. I think I just did small adjustments last night to this. Let me just actually see. There's something a little bit weird. Obi, let's just start the stream by finalizing this in the next couple of minutes, and then we're gonna take a look at the backlog. There's something a little bit off here, so you can see that the save button, save logic here that we have. Let me just actually, let me reset the default. So let me zoom in here using the. So if I do this and then switch to, for example, background, we can't save. So let's fix that. And let's see what this fella says that we should do. Okay, wow, this is not terrible. Yeah, this is not honestly terrible suggestions. Let's try to actually. I agree with these suggestions. Let's actually yeah, let's try doing this, right? This is not terrible suggestions at all. JSX remains the same. So wait, let's see what we did here. So so we have a custom well, this is not really a hook, is it? Give me a second. Key improvements. All right, so let's yeah, let's do it like that. So let's just try that. And then we're gonna take a look, and I'm gonna actually go ahead and grab this fella here. I think some of the suggestions are okay. And then over here, right, we can just have the same JSX. Okay, let's see what it actually suggested us to do, right? Oh no, this is what I gave it, right? Okay, structure props, custom hook for CSS variables, simplified event handlers. All right, but I think we're kind of lacking now the selected state. Yeah, so something. So actually, yeah. So it seems that it omitted this, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of hallucinating a bit, right? Because it kind of omitted that piece of code completely, right? So let's see what it's gonna do. Let's see if it's gonna actually make sense. iTeam builder. All right, all right. Yeah, so now it's rewriting what I already had. Okay. All right, that's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. So let's I guess just put this in where it was before, right? So I guess that's the only thing that's kind of missing, right? And now the colors. So I guess so there's really no type anymore apparently. Let's see colors type when colors change. So this is, yeah, so I actually didn't need this before. So no, so let's, so it's hallucinating a bit. So it's okay. I didn't really give it, it's just the string matchmaking, right? So it's not much to expect there. So okay, but let's see now before we can round up now the start of the stream and maybe move to something else. So one thing that I can see is that the save button basically is only shown once you come to a specific of these custom CSS variables and then change them, right? But I think save button should be there as long as you change any of the existing. So when the initial state changes, right? So let's see, where's the save button, right? I wrote sage. So save, here it is. So selected dot color. So we're saying, hey, only show the save if there's something selected, right? Yeah, I see. So that's kind of, so no, not really, right? So basically we should have some sort of a dirty state, right? We should have some way to say, hey, the save button should be shown if the current state is different than the settings, right? Or I mean, to even simplify it, maybe it should be shown always, right? So I mean, this would kind of make the state management a bit easier, right? So and then maybe it can be disabled or something, right? If you can't click it, maybe, right? If there's no difference. So let's see what do we have. So we have, now let me just read a question. Hey Alex, I've got a little dilemma. Current company is going to promote me, but their offer is, say, average if we count the equity. However, I get bigger offer in cash and I'm thinking of leaving, but kind of feeling bad because I'm like my team. I guess the correct thinking is that it's just business, right? Shoots them. Good evening, buddy. It's been a while. I don't think, no, I mean, I don't think so, right? I think if we observe the world through the prisma of eyes of companies, right, we're going to be very sad, I think, for the most part. I don't think it's just business, right? I mean, for me, work is more than that. It's people that I work with. It's the friends, right? But I think instead of thinking that way, just think what your priorities are, right? For example, you know, for instance, if you have family, kids, wife, you know, maybe your wife doesn't work, maybe money matters to you a lot right now, you know, sometimes you have to make these compromises, right? But you know, if money isn't going to make much difference to your life right now, then, and you know, you're happy where you are, then, you know, money will not buy you happiness after some After you pass some threshold, it has diminishing returns, right? So I don't think it's just business, right? If you like, it's it's not easy to find a nice place to work, right? I mean, it's not hard either, but it's you get what I mean. So it's a little bit hard, right? Without, of course, knowing the context, knowing how much more you would get in the other place, but there's another maybe thing shoots them that it's worth mentioning, that if you are considering to leave, if you've been thinking about that for some time, then probably there's some reason behind that as well, right? So that's also a red flag in a way. Maybe you wanted to leave anyway, right? Then there's your answer, right? So I don't think that you're leaving because of money necessarily. You have a greater reason, which means, which means you should probably leave regardless of money, right? But keep in mind that the main reason why I'm putting emphasis on money here is that you might join that new company, and in 2 days or 2 months you might get a better offer for more money, right? Are you gonna quit again, right? So that's why this is so difficult sometimes to give an advice on, right? Because you can always get more money somewhere else, right? That's never gonna change. That's it, right? I can get probably significantly more money if I would move to a bank, to an enterprise, to pharma, like significantly more. Like I'm talking like 3,000-4,000 euros more a month, like 100%. I could get that, I don't know, in a week from now, right? But that's not my values. I don't want to work. I don't want to put a suit on and go to work, right? That's not what I want. So I know that I would make a lot more money. I make enough money already. I could make even more. But that's not how I see my life, right? So I'm not going to compromise my core values because I will make more money, right? So as long as you find some threshold, some range of money that you're happy with, that's good. Then you can compromise on other things. You can say, well, I'm going to get a little bit less pay, but I'm going to enjoy my team. I'm going to enjoy the product. I'm going to enjoy the culture, right? So you pay the price in either way, right? You pay the price either way, one way or the other, right? You will always pay some price, right? You might seek for money, like have this money thing always on your mind, but you're going to compromise yourself and you're going to sacrifice something. Keep that in mind. A great and awesome startup cannot pay you as much as pharma industry can, or some established enterprise, of course. But then that's not why you go to a startup. You don't go to a startup to make money, right? So that's kind of my take, right? So you now have to decide what it is that you care about. Is it And actually, the only thing that I like that this guy did, in fact, is this, really. So I'm just going to put this here for a second. So this is more or less the only thing that I like that this... So we're not going to actually take any other suggestions other than this, right? Even though it's yeah, I don't see much of a use right now of this, but yeah. So let's do this, right? I guess that's what it suggested, right? Yeah. Exactly, random potato. Exactly. I mean, to some degree, right? I mean, I don't want to shit on enterprises either, right? I mean, I don't judge people. It's again, it's all about your priorities, right? I mean, it's all about where you are, what your priorities are. Again, maybe you have a family, you're getting a third kid, and you need a lot more money suddenly to live, right? So there's a lot of these things, right? That simply are as they are, and sometimes circumstances change, right? It's your goals when you're 20 and when you're 35. I'm 35 now. My goals now relative to how I was when I was 20, is I have a wife and a kid, and it's very different, right? Your perception towards things, your priorities change, your everything changes, right? Yeah, but I think it's all about perception. I think look, nobody on this planet cares about anyone, right? So I don't think that perception necessarily is even important, right? We work with each other, company with employers and employers with company, for mutual benefit. So I don't even like to use these words, somebody cares or doesn't care. Nobody except your mother and father and maybe two more relatives in the entire life give a shit about any of us, right? So this is fundamental truth. So I think I see a lot of these things online in videos, like your company doesn't care about you. Your company is giving you money for you to provide a service. Once you no longer can provide service, you're no longer relevant, and vice versa. The same time, when you get a better job and better offer, you're going to also ditch that company for another. So it's a mutual contract. There's no caring or not caring. You're not there to love each other. You're there because you mutually benefit from the agreement, right? So David, thank you very much, buddy, for the prime. I very much appreciated. So it's very simple, right? I don't like this idea come from this very much woke ideology, how there's always some sort of a feeling involved. There's no feeling, man. Business is as simple as that. Somebody pays you for the services you provide. If you provide these services really good, they're gonna give you a raise. They're gonna make it better for you. If you don't, they're gonna fire you. And in the same way, you're gonna do the same. If you're unhappy with your company, you're gonna quit it and find the other one. So there's really no space there for some sort of feelings, right? Yeah, I worked at the Technical University of Copenhagen, right? So I quit because it's boring indeed, yes. And it's very slow. So that's really what it is, and I really wish I can get this message through people, right? There's no such thing as company cares or doesn't. Your company didn't hire you to care about you. Company hired you so, you sell them your services, right? Not because they love you, right? There's no love involved. You can love some of your colleagues, you can make friends along the way, you can meet your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, but you didn't join a company to be loved or hated. You joined it because they're paying you, right? And I don't know. Well, I mean, look, I think you're portraying it. My company provides all of these things for us as well, and of course we like each other. Of course we respect each other. Of course we're having the great time with each other. It's not that nobody cares about anybody. It's not that absolute. I'm just saying that moment when you're no longer providing your services, you will no longer work there, and vice versa when that company doesn't satisfy your needs. So that's what I mean. I don't mean that. Of course that we fundamentally as humankind care about each other. It's not to say literally, right? Exactly, right? But your mother is not going to fire. But this is logic, right? I mean, I don't know how humanity... Exactly, I don't know how humanity got to the point of even discussing this. Of course that your employer cares about you if you're doing a great work. But if you're not doing great work for a long period of time, you're going to get fired, right? And... yeah, like basically Shoots said, yeah, your mother is not gonna fire you, or your brother. You can be an asshole almost infinitely, they're gonna tolerate you because they love you. But it goes even beyond that point. It goes beyond the point that it's meaningless to discuss these things. I don't know how humanity ever got to a point of mixing feelings to our organization and business. I mean, organization is what is a company? Company is a group of people who gather together to build something together. And now when you join some company, you're going to meet some people that you're going to like, you're going to make friends, you're going to make more than friends maybe, who knows, you're going to maybe stay friends for the rest of your life. Some of those people, once you quit, you're never going to see again. And that's fair. You make these connections as you go, but there's no such thing as love, right? there's no such thing as loving the company, hating the company. You're not there to love it. So it's always about your personal perception of life. It's never about other things. If your perception when you go to work that you're some sort of a invincible employee who is giving his life for the company, the problem is in you, not in the company. You should go to work. Provide your services based on your contract, do best for yourself, right? And that's it, right? That's just my perception, right? So I think it's all about our personal perceptions. It's not about others, right? Our grandparents worked in the same place their whole life. I mean, yeah, that is true. I mean, that is true, but the life was very much different, right? I mean, people also use this argument, right, when we discuss these things, but people underestimate the level of migration, the level of openness, the level of people are way more prone to leave their homelands today and work. That's just one of the variables that have changed, right? I don't think that working in the same place is bad. I think you should be working anywhere you want, anywhere you're happy. You should be working, right? But our grandparents have done that because their perceptions were different, right? Their expectations were different. They maybe had, I wouldn't say lower expectations, but they weren't so confused. Maybe the life that they lived wasn't so fast. There was no social media. There was no this pressure of constantly chasing something, right? So, but anyway, it's just, I guess, not to repeat myself, I guess the point is, the point is, there is no such thing as love necessarily, like a literal love. Company hires you, gives you money for your services, and that's it. Wait, I'm sorry, I just have to see something. Okay, so there's something seems a bit off. It's almost like the state is not set, so wait a minute, I say primary color, let's say, is this one. Background is let's say red. Then text is white. Then I go to primary, and then it resets. What? Oh, maybe because of this, right? That feels a little bit weird. Why would I do that? And thank you everybody for your follows. Very much appreciated, guys. Thanks a lot. Alright, so now it's good, I guess. Yeah. State management. How do you feel about unlimited PTO? I mean, I generally feel about any of these types of rules, right? I feel that there's different types of people who are more prone to different types of policies. So, for example, like as I always said in this stream about myself, I'm personally very autonomous. I love to not be told what to do. And I have built my own team at work that's as such. I have 2 more developers, a product manager, and a designer in my team. It's 5 of us. And my team works like that. I feel that if I would give my team full autonomy to work whenever they want, anywhere they want, I am sure that they would do great work always. I have no doubts. But then you have different types of people who need to be, I wouldn't say monitored. You have different type of persona who needs to kind of be, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You have people who are more like tools, right? They need constant input, constant monitoring, and for these types of people, some of these policies probably wouldn't work because they wouldn't be able to autonomously and they wouldn't be able to manage their own time. So I guess you could say you have people who are great at being proactive, autonomous, self-driven, and then solid at organizing their own time. And then you have people so when we speak about this PTO unlimited policies like that, right? You kind of, would need to have people who can just organize so well that they can then work whenever they want, right? And still get the job done, right? But then that's a very difficult thing, right? It's a very difficult thing because imagine you have a company, right? And like how do you define how long some of the things take, right? Because imagine that your developers, imagine that your person does a job in one day, that you... But I mean, I would always be for that, random potato. Whatever you, right? Yeah. We kind of, at least here in Denmark, I can tell you that culture is very much like that. Just it's not formally defined like that. But I can tell you here that, I can tell you at least that here really employers don't really care much about when you work, how you work. I think they had this in the culture for a very long time. But these corporate tricks, as you say, and stuff, I'm not so sure about that, to be very honest with you. So I'm kind of with you in a way, right? I don't actually know, honestly. Yeah, pretty much what shoots them said, right? I'm sorry, I'm kind of trying to focus on the code and the questions, and my mind is drifting, but he literally summarized my point, right? In order to have policies like this, you need personal responsibility, right? You need, in order to have people to work from home, you need people who are able to organize their work from somewhere else life, right? So etc. And some people are great at this. Some people are great at this, and some people are really terrible at this, and some people admit that they're terrible at this, and that's why they don't do it. So right? Actually, I read somewhere about that random potato dev. I think I read that somewhere on LinkedIn. I agree with you. At least I read that as well. So, Harry, good evening, buddy. How you doing? I think I've read that somewhere as well, to be very frank with you. Yes. Okay, so I see what the problem here is, yeah. Did you have massive layoffs in Denmark? No, we did not. No. I don't think that, I mean, companies here generally don't overhire, right? So these massive layoffs that everybody's speaking about are mostly companies that massively overhired, right? They had shit tons of developers just staying idle, drinking their cafe lattes, 6 times a day, right? So if you try to compete and overhire, right, then... But I'm not worried about these people who got fired, because a lot of these top-notch companies, I'm sure that most of these people found, at least the developers. I am feeling bad for the rest. Most of these developers found jobs in 5 seconds, right? So I'm not so much worried about them, right? Because I have no doubts that... Actually, okay, so I do have an idea how to improve this, yes. So I will in fact remove this. I'll comment this out just for a moment. Keyboard shit, man. Didn't I have on my Twitch stream that thing? Give me a second. Didn't like I have that shit, man. I used to have that. But my keyboard is Quinix. This is my keyboard. I actually think this Danish website fucking sucks. Wait. Let's find it. Yeah. Well, it used to be $200 when I bought it, so... Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people like that. Fake it till you make it, right? Learn some, spam some elite code challenges for 6 months and stuff. That's unfortunate, exactly. My pleasure, Nick, my pleasure. All right, so I'm just gonna focus for a second. Josh, that's amazing, man. That's amazing, dude. As I always say, if it's your first job, money will come, man. Now you are in the system. Now you're in the system. Now things are just gonna get better. So I'm very happy for you, man. Learn a lot. Don't focus on the money. Money will come, man. With a little bit of experience and knowledge, money will come. It always does. So just focus on learning, focus on being there for other people, focus on developing your social skills, your soft skills, your communication, articulation, your listening skills. You know, all of this is part of work, right? Cranberry wine, right back at you, buddy. And don't get married. No, I mean, yeah, maybe. Harry, no, Harry, I already have a video editor. No, man, thank you. He's not fully wrong. He's not fully wrong, right? All right, wait. Okay, hopefully I can start coding a bit. That would be awesome. On college change. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. I mean, but to be very honest with you, right? There's nothing better than sharing money with others, right? I mean, and I'm not even saying this as an asshole. There's nothing better than, you know, buying some shit to your son or whatever. Just fuck money, man. Money is just yeah. Shit, man. Okay. Numinex, my friend. Good evening. No, I mean, yeah, it's a stereotype, right? And some stereotypes are, most stereotypes to some degree are true, right? So, but no, not really, no. I don't think so. That's not the case in my, I mean, I've been with my wife for almost 16 years. This September is going to be 16 years. In our case, it's quite the opposite. I'm the one buying guitars and stuff all the time. It's called AirLens. The VS Code extension to show that is called AirLens. The perfect timing always, Numinex, right? All right, guys, bear with me. I just need to do this. So we have the selected state, and so yeah, before we can kind of say that this is finished, right? Or that this is moved into this library. The only thing that I dislike now, right, is that basically I think what we should be doing is, you know, you see when I switch here, it resets back, and this is because of this color here, right? So so that's an issue, right? But if we actually do that and change it, let's say here white, and let's say here, I don't know, this, we basically carry over the color. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. So let's see what the hell. Buttons map on click. Yeah, so you can see like we somehow carry over the color to this thing, right? That's the only thing, the issue that I see now. So the background is fine, and then back here, right, we carry over. So let's see how we do that. And it has to be here, right? It has to be happening, I guess, over here, right? let's take a look at that. So we get over here, we choose, let's say this. So now we have the red. Actually, maybe we should just, let's actually, let's just print the colors here. Let's see what happens, right? So let's reset, let's try that again. So red, whatever, white, and then I click back here. What? Primary. Yeah, so there's some state issue here for sure. Wait, let's see. Set selected. Okay, so we set this in here on use and click outside. That's not the one. Handle save colors. No. Handle reset. Set colors. So this, it could be this thing, right? So let's try to debug this so we can just get done with this crap. Okay, so now nothing's happening. Okay, so it has to be in here, right? All right, let's try that. Okay. So isn't that a problem? Let's see. So I set this to let's say some red, right? Is this the red color? I guess it is, right? Ah, Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Where can I paste this crap? Whatever. Alright, so that's cool, right? Now, once I switch to the background, we would expect this primary to still remain the same, right? But it doesn't, right? The primary was reset back to this thing, right? And this is, I guess, some sort of white, right? Or no, what fuck is going on, man? Yeah, so there's something off in here. Or maybe, I mean, maybe, I guess, was it always like this? Is it like this in production? Let's take a look at that. How is it in production? I don't think it was like this before, right? Mohammed, good evening, buddy. No, actually, so it was fine there, right? But not really. It's like, it's just that it seems to me that it's unclear what is the behavior that I want, right? So this is the primary, this is the background. So yeah, so this whole thing should always have the primary color. And then when I go back here, wait a minute. No, so it actually, so this is kind of a regression indeed, right? I messed something up, right? All right, so let's see here. So, and then let's see here what I have. So let's say it's red. This is black. And then, okay, so that's, so I guess, wait. Leo. Good evening, Leo. Oh, shit. Okay, let's take a look at this. Maybe nothing is wrong. Let's see. IKEA is from Sweden. It's from the neighbor. It's from the neighboring country here. But how the fuck is this being reset, man? Like seriously, like how is this? I mean, do we actually? Wait a minute. Do we actually have a default? Now let me go to the story here. Did I actually give it some defaults or whatever? That seems a little bit weird now. Let's take a look. Do you like meatballs? Beautiful question over the stream. I mean, if I say yes, a lot of things can happen. But yeah, I do love the meatballs. Yes, and I'm happy to suffer the consequences of that question now. That's what it is. I'm a brave person. I'm very brave. So where are the defaults, man? Like, okay, so handle reset CSS variable. Oh. Dude, where is this default? Oh, I see. No, I see. No, I know, because we have this custom CSS property set in our project, right? So yeah, they're not bad. I mean, sometimes when I go to IKEA with my wife and kid, we have it. It's also very cheap. It's also like super cheap. So I can see actually what's happening here, right? We can see that. They have furniture too. Yeah, so this is now messed up. Shit, man, this is not good. This is not good. Type of the button, the CSS variable I'm changing, and the color once I actually click on it. Yes, that's fine. Then when the color is actually changing, this fella, yeah, we debounce that, right? Yes, so that's kind of okay. So that's fine, I guess, right? So if the selected type or selected dot color changes, yeah, so the problem, I guess, is that these three things are basically handled by the selected state, right? So as long as we click, right, we're gonna reset the color, and then set the different CSS variable and stuff, right? So I basically, if I do this, right, you can see now, or if I say, you know, something like this, right, as I click around, yeah, we're gonna be setting that. Shit, man, that's... So I think we have, yeah, I mean, we have to simplify this. We have too many states here. So this is fine. Then we have the colors, which are practically just the settings that you pass in, have primary, background, and text. Yeah, we could try simplifying this. Let's try that. I guess I can leave that. Give me a second. I'll try to reduce some of these things, right? So let's at least attempt that, right? Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Let's go back to the stories. What was it? So I have a type, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's kind of correct, right? I don't know why is it complaining about this, because technically this should work. Can I do this? Let's just do it like this. All right, let's try something like that. Ah, never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah, so something like that, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, strange without this extra state, but we'll see. I don't even know if it's gonna be possible, but let's see. I don't think so. I mean, at least not fully, right? I feed and mid. Hey, man. No, I don't think we have any state. No, not at all. No, I don't think reducer would do anything to this. This is not a matter of this. It's more matter of conceptual. It's a matter of how I want to do this, right? So that's more of a it's trying to reduce these state variables to a single one, for example, right? So, but no, I don't think it would, no. Because as you can see now, we have the selected state, we have the colors, we have the this set color thing, right? So, or maybe, wait, let's try another thing. Let's just play with it for a couple more minutes until we kind of nail it, right? Because we will nail it at one point. We also have this set color. So how many state variables? We have the selected state, we have the colors, which are basically these CSS properties, and then we have set color. So when you're basically fiddling with this guy, this is gonna call the set color, right? Yeah, this one here, right? And then this is a type, a color, and a CSS variable, right? And I do that, right, because then I here in this effect, if the selected type or color changes, right, we update the custom CSS property, right? You can see here we have document element style set property. This is gonna, you know, update the CSS custom CSS property, right? So when the settings load, we're gonna do this, right? So I guess and yeah, I mean, we could technically do this as well. So pretty much what this guy has suggested, right? What, yeah, right? So this also wouldn't be bad. So when we load the settings from, just as in production, right? When we load the settings from the API, like if I get here, we could kind of apply these colors already there, right? So that's not a terrible idea. If nothing is selected, return. Don't run this thing. If it's selected, do this. All right, let's see what the side effect of this is gonna be. So yeah, you can kind of see that's kind of what I messed up. It's a little bit weird. It's super fucking strange. And if I actually go to the programmer network front and the stuff that already works, let's see what I've actually done here that's different, right? Yeah, so not much difference, right? More or less the same. Yeah, more or less the same, right? What is the exception here? CSS variable color, yeah. Yeah, so it's almost identical as far as I can see. Maybe this is the difference here, right? There's some expressions here which are a little bit different than there. So let's take a look what that is. So this is what I had, what I have currently, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's yeah, that I mean, even if we would fix it this way, right? It feels just a little bit weird. It feels a little bit hackish. I mean, we did write this in a stream, right? So maybe it hasn't been, but I want to clean it up now because it makes it too complicated with these extra variables, right? All right, so let's try one thing. So what if we would introduce a type here in the colors? Or we say something like selected, and we say string or null. So we do something like this. Do this. All right, never mind. Let's just explicitly set undefined here. Settings text, yeah. Where the fuck is it required, man? Where did I set it to be required? Ah, never mind. Jesus Christ, okay. Okay. All right, so now, hi, may I ask you, how long do you think it takes to become a middle backend developer? Let's say a person has good learning skills and spend 4 hours a day. I mean, I think the thing is you can only become a good professional by working, right? It's very difficult to, no matter how much time you spend at home learning something, right? You need to build things, and so fundamentally, like there are two things of which a great professional is composed. Obviously, the skills and experience, right? And experience is gained by building and working with in an environment with real people, and then reality, right? So sooner you can get yourself to actually get out there and get a job, if you haven't already, the better, right? Now, what a mid backend, senior backend, front end, whatever, these titles are very relative, right? Depending, right? So I would say, I wouldn't be. So can you tell me what is the source? What is the source of that question? Why would you want that? I would much rather try to get why are you asking that? Why are you? What is the value of that? If you can provide more context, right? Why are you asking such a question? Okay, so actually this attempt or whatever, it kind of makes no sense. So I guess that now, after I failed with this couple of times, I guess fundamentally what we need to do is just fix it. I've been studying for almost 5 months. I tried to write a lot of code. I'm wondering how much time it takes me. No, but I mean the question is very vague. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's impossible to quantify things like that. It's like saying how long will it take me to be best football player, right? I mean, things are nobody knows this. There's so many. What is a mid-level backend developer? What is that, right? And why would you seek that? Are you a junior now? And if you are, why aren't you working as a junior, right? So you cannot be self-proclaimed senior or junior. The company that you apply to is gonna. No, it's don't take me wrong. I mean, it's fine that you asked it, right? It's very difficult to answer that because your role and your skills are going to be evaluated by the employer, not your own self-perception of what you are. I can, for example, think that I'm Michael Jordan, but when I get on a basketball field, I'm sure that other players will very gladly show me that I'm not, right? So fundamentally, how quickly is going to take you to at least be able to sell yourself as a any X level thing is going to be when you actually achieve that. So when are you going to be senior? Is that true? No, but once you are able to sell yourself as a senior, that's when you're going to be a senior, for example. Now, are you a senior? Maybe yes, maybe not. A lot of people, like the potato dev, said they know how to sell themselves, right? So how long is it going to take you depends on how long it takes you personally to achieve that, to get paid for that thing, right? So you cannot quantify that. It doesn't exist, right? You're going to be that type of developer when somebody is willing to pay you money to be that type of developer, right? Until then, you're not. You can, of course, self-proclaim yourself to be whatever you want, but then when you get to an interview and stuff, you will have to prove that, right? You will have to prove it by experience, you will have to prove it by your skills, right? So when you show up in an interview and say, I'm a senior, all right, well, we're gonna interview you as a senior, and if you can show experience in the projects that you've built, and if you can pass all of these interview rounds, then yeah, well, okay, maybe you are, right? So if you can put yourself in that place, what a waste of time with this crap, man. It feels so bad. Exactly. I don't even look at these CVs. When I see that crap, I just move on. Exactly. Well, eventually we're gonna. At one point in time, everybody's gonna be that for sure. No question about that. Yeah, that's a good one. Man, I'm so pissed with this. I got so distracted with these questions that it's just, play one game, my friend. Good evening. Right back at you, buddy. How you doing? How's life? How's you and your girlfriend, man? Nice, man. Nice. Wait a minute. So, wait a minute. No. Yeah, so we fucked something up in here, and I'm having a hard time seeing what. You were attacked by homeless people. Beautiful. I can just imagine you beating the living shit out of homeless people. And yelling, Rust, Rust, Rust. I need to just do some process of elimination here, just to see what the fuck is happening. I said that HTML is programming language and they wanted to beat the living shit out of it. I support them, yeah. I think they did well. I think they did well for sure. I'm programming in HTML. Come here, motherfucker. Come here, you fucking noob. Who the fuck said that? You know, I'm just imagining playing one game going below the bridge. Any HTML programmers here? Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that, man? Alright, man, I don't know what the hell. Dude, this is now getting ridiculous, man. I swear to fucking God, man. Like, seriously, man. Like, this is now getting out of control. Oh my fucking lord, man. So this is the problem, dude. This bullshit, right, resets it, I guess, every time. Does it? Wait. So this is gonna change, yeah. No, I think I got it now. So this crap is gonna change, right? And it's gonna carry over the default CSS variable, right? Because if I remember, wait, where is this crap defined? So I think it keeps resetting back to the default. That's the problem. Where is it? Tailwind, right? So I have these. Do I have some SCSS or style CSS or whatever, .css? Yeah, custom properties, right? So most likely what happens, right, is that you certainly did. It's a good story. No, I think I know what actually. You see, he showed up and so the problem here is now, right, is that every fucking time when I click this on a next button, what happens is we use this CSS variable, and this button.css variable basically takes, well, the variable from the button, which then overrides the crap, right? So I think, I guess what we have to do is well, technically, yeah, we shouldn't be doing that, right? Because we should be changing the color. And then, you know, when we say whatever, then, so wait a minute. Right? It's just that for the sake of, yeah, shit, man. Okay, I see. So that is actually fine, right? That is fine. We don't really need to set this crap, right? So the type of the button is okay. Where is this shit, man? So what we can do, we can create a mapping between a type and a CSS variable somewhere around here. I'm just gonna do some hash table, right? Some object. I'm gonna say const map, whatever, just random shit, and then I'm gonna say like primary, right? Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same with others, right? Okay, bear with me. Cool. Next thing I'll do is Fuck you, man. I'll just say as any. Jesus Christ, man. What is it bitching about now? Wait. Yeah, I mean the thing is, look, the thing is, right? I guess what I wanted to say, right, is don't worry too much about these. I literally had a discussion with my wife before the stream about something very similar, right? I don't think you should be thinking about when are you gonna become some sort of thing, because that's impossible. You shouldn't be chasing that, right? You should be kind of trying to just enjoy the process and learn, and you know it's going to be very difficult and depressing for you chasing that title, right? Because titles come in so many shapes and forms. Some titles are self-proclaimed, some titles are given by your hard work, by something you deserve. Some titles are completely undeserved and they're part of corruption, right? So don't chase that title now, right? You're very early in your career, you know, try to learn, try to build things, right? Because you don't have experience right now, and that is a fact, right? And so focus on getting better, focus on building things, focus on doing things, and things come with time, right? I mean, you cannot choose when you are something. You have to get there, right? Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Umut and Lion. So that's what I would do, right? Fix using Copilot. Oh my fucking god, man. Are you kidding me? Oh my lord. Okay, wait. Nice. That's awesome. We can test that out. But give me a second. I don't care about that right now. I just need to. I don't care about Copilot right now. I don't think Copilots can do much for me right now. What is the problem? What any? Oh man, we have any over here. Is that? Come on, dude. Like seriously. I guess we have a type for this already, but I actually don't care. Oh man. No, it's not. It's not a protected keyword, no. But we can call it whatever. Banana, right? Doesn't matter. I just want to move from here, man, and try it. How hard is it, dude? Seriously, man. Like, how hard can this be, man? Can it be this hard? I don't fucking get it, man. No, man, what am I doing, dude? Okay. Jesus Christ, man. So hard. Jesus Christ. How? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, going back to this crap. No. Where is it? Here. Okay. You can do it in your settings for like half a year now. I can see you've been very heavy user of Programmer Network for sure. Yeah, this is becoming a little bit frustrating, I must admit, but that's what it is. Well, I mean, you can access your settings in the top menu, right? I mean, they are here. I mean, this is here since day one. You click here and you go to dashboard, right? I'm not sure what you mean, right? No, man, it gives me Tobbs. Good evening, Tobbs. It gives me some feedback, man. No worries. It's if it's not that clear, I was hoping it was clear, right? But maybe it isn't, right? Maybe it isn't. And thank everybody for your follows and stuff. No, I mean, I think he was just lazy. I mean, I love him a lot, but I think I mean, this is a top menu, right? This is the only menu in the whole application, right? So if you have ever clicked here, you must have seen this, right? So this is not some sub menu in the footer, right? It's a menu that he never clicked on. If he has ever clicked on this icon, which he hasn't, he would have seen it, right? You clicked on this? Yeah, I mean, but you didn't click on any other links, right? So it's what, I mean, there's very little that I can do about that, right? In a sense, maybe add, but you get what I mean. I guess they just didn't care to click on other things, right? That's it, right? So you have seen them, you just haven't, you didn't feel like you wanna, you just didn't feel like, you know, where to lick. All right, man. So this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, this is not great. I mean, I'm not enjoying this right now, to be very honest with you, because what I'm not enjoying the most is the fact that when we build this in a stream, it's not very intuitive functionality-wise, because what I basically didn't do, I think, so the core issue here is that we have this one singular selected variable that's supposed to, so I think I'm contradicting myself in a way how I want this now to function versus how we built it long ago in a stream. So in simple words, right, I think it seems to me what I want to do is that as I'm fiddling between these three, I want to have three different colors, right? But what's actually happening, right, is that we have only one selected state. So at any given time, you're going to always be selecting one thing. So I think my expectation here is wrong, which is leading to this crap just not materializing to the extent that I want, right? So let me actually revert all of this crap. I don't think this is what I want. So this is rather, instead of being bugged, it's rather the functionality that I think we want to change, right? You know, because right now when I do this, and when I switch back here, this should basically, you know, have some other, right? Yeah, we've been using Fastify for a long time, yeah. Fastify is lovely. Yeah, and you can see we carried over that thing because the selected thing, right, is basically just a singular state. So it's always going to have, well, and it doesn't make it, and what kind of makes it even worse is that we spread the previously selected state, right? So you can see, say that I do this, I select some shit, right? And then I click on this, I'm going to obviously carry this over because we're saying, hey, keep the, obviously if we reset the color, that's going to be different. So, okay. So maybe we should not be spreading this anything there, right? Ever. No, Minex, you cannot leave, man. I'm sorry, man. You have to stay. You're such a weakling, man. You have to sleep at 10:30. What a weakling. Disappointing. Are you even a software engineer, man? Now I'm starting to wonder. I'm just shitting you, man. Of course. Thank you, buddy, for coming, as always. I love you, man. Have a good one. Sleep well. Get some rest, and I'll be streaming the whole week this week. So yeah, we already have the button. It's this one, so it's, you can see, but it's obviously not clear. So let's fix that at least. Hi, Rune, how's it going? Hey, buddy, good evening. Please do, Nominix. Please do, man. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, so there is this trash icon somewhere, right? That so maybe we should yeah, Where is this icon? Where did I, where is this? See, we have this revert thing, yeah. So it seems that also isn't clear enough, right? So maybe I should just set reset, right? So let's actually do that as well. It's good to get some, let's get some feedback on this, right? Because we are open sourcing this now anyway. The main reason why I'm wasting a little bit of time on this is mainly because I want to make sure that, yeah, it's, because this is no longer going to be only used on Programmer Network, it's going to be, and somebody asked, sorry if I'm wrong, but you want to preserve the other two states. Well, actually, constantly in my head, I'm wondering if that's what I want, right? Because I don't know actually if that's what I want, that's the thing. But I think maybe that's what I should want, right? So let's see about that in a second. Give me a second. Can I actually do this? Well, I guess this would be... Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is some semi-bold or something, right? Something like this, I guess, play one game, right? Is there 3? Let me just zoom into oblivion here. Ah, shit, sorry. We have discrepancy now. The icon on this fella is in, yeah. All right, so there's okay, interesting. So what happens actually when we okay, so I guess we have some height issue now. So if I remove this, right? No, actually, so wow, okay. Yeah, and this is now kind of, yeah, this is not good. So actually no. So it's fine. It's okay, right? It's okay. It's just it doesn't belong here, right? This more belongs as part of the save thing, right? And please, the feedback is actually welcome because this is fundamentally open source. It's gonna be now, right? So it would be awesome to. And actually, as this is a button as well, right? Let's just make this fella a button, right? Then we're gonna actually, yeah, in simple words, right? We can just we'll actually do something like this, right? So we're gonna do this, right? On click, yeah, we got that one. Beautiful. So this one is gonna be actually outlined, right? This is gonna this one is not going to be outlined actually, so it's gonna be filled. Save reset. Why do we have 2 saves? Did I? Oh yeah, actually I did. Did we copy this like twice? Yeah, we did. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. That's a little bit weird though. What happened there with the hover? And also, is this really necessary? Let's see. No, I don't think it's no longer necessary, right? Because now it's a button, so we don't really need this crap, right? Yeah, and the only thing is, yeah, that's a little bit weird. Oh, it's because of this, right? Yeah. So actually, we don't really need any of that. We literally just need to say this, right? Yeah, and then also we can clean that up as well. Yeah, okay, so that's fine, right? All right, cool. Yeah, all right, we'll see about that. That's less relevant now. So what's more relevant is this little thing that we have, right? That we haven't fixed yet. So the primary color, no, this everything has to change, right? When you change the primary color, everything is changing on Programmer Network platform, and well, that's the point of this, right? So so actually you can see the background was actually changed. Wait a minute. No, well then you don't see what you're doing. The whole point of this is this is a team builder, right? So you're supposed to see things changing around, right? Otherwise, how would you build it? That would be a very bad experience if you have to click save every time to see how it looks like, right? So this is the power of this, right? You can just say, okay, I want my primary color to be this, background to be this, text color to be this, right? And then you save, and now you have done it, right? So that's the whole point, is to have that, to provide that experience, right? Otherwise, you would have to click save every single time, right? Okay, so and let's now finally fix this. Ah, shit. Yeah, so it's okay, but well, at least we reduced this one thing now, so let's keep on going. So that's better. One optimization at least. Okay, let's see what else. Set selected. Yeah. So I think what I would want to achieve is only possible if we would extend this selected state. So basically, it really stores all three of these things, right? So primary, background. So as you kind of fiddle with them, we store all three of them, right? Because that's, I think, the only possible way, right, to do this. So in simple words, right, we would need to store them separately, right? Or in simple words, meaning we'll need to say here, okay, so we would need to say, wait, I'm just going to, yeah, so we would need to say something like this. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what the whole time we're supposed to do. So we're gonna have to say primary, and then right, and then right, and this, right. And then we would have to update this to be, no, not really, no. No, the type of this now should be, I guess, something like, right, something like this. Let's just call it initial. It's a shitty name. I get it. I agree. But just for a moment, right? Something like that, right? Then this has to change. So instead of saying selected type is selected color, we would basically need to say on colors change. Yeah, actually, who gives a shit? That is not relevant. So I'll just say colors. Green, good evening, buddy. Thank you for saying something. And then set colors, I guess I can also say colors. So here is going to be initial. They're not running for some time now. Play one game. I disconnected them because I'm not using my K3s Kubernetes cluster for anything. Yeah, and then here it's going to be basically this of, I guess, selected. Yeah, of selected dot type dot CSS variable, right? Something like that. They do not. It's around, I believe, if last I have this smart power outlet, I think around 11 watts of power. No, or maybe it was around. It was maximum. I think all four of them combined. I think they used. I don't actually remember, but let's say it's 50 watts all combined. So it's like you have a very low light bulb running nonstop. What the fuck is wrong with this man now? Exactly, for sure not. Yeah, and this is the problem. So the yeah, this is a little bit shitty, right? Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Let's actually see if this fella is gonna help us now. Maybe. What the fuck is this? What? Ah, okay, I see what it did. No, all good, all good. Yeah, no, that's incorrect. No. Thank you everybody for your follows. Appreciate it. Yeah, it doesn't like this motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, I can. Give me a second. Absolutely. Absolutely I can. I guess we can't do that, right? I actually don't remember. Yeah, I don't get why. Yeah, that's not correct, man. But also, it's not what I'm doing is also not accurate, man. It's that's also inaccurate completely. So this should basically be some sort of a right. No, yeah, that's inaccurate. I think my own thoughts are inaccurate, right? But we basically want this selected state to. We want to say, hey, let's just use fucking ChatGPT, man. Jesus Christ. Let's see. I mean, we just used the record, right? We just used the record. So let's see. What did we do wrong? Yeah, isn't it what we just did? No. Okay. Yeah. Key of type initial. Okay. That's what it is, I guess. Where's my selected state? Did we nuke that by accident? Let me just try. But it's also not accurate, right? It's still wrong. It's still wrong, man. So why is it wrong? I mean, this looks like what we want, right? Yeah, this looks like something we want. So why is it failing? This makes no sense, man. So now we should be seeing these properties, primary, background, and text, right? That's what key of type of initial is, right? We should get primary, right? But why? Why are we not getting that, right? This is correct type now, I'm sure. Yeah, this is a correct type, right? Should we reload the TypeScript server or something? Identifier expected, what? And then here we would now set them separately. So the idea basically here now is that we basically set them separately, right? But yeah, the type is now preventing us to do this, right? Basically an object, key of type of initial, yes. All right, there we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. All right. So Yeah, man. It's a bit painful. Yeah, we got ourselves into this rabbit hole now, but that's what it is. Fucking troll. Select the type. Okay, so basically this is just this used to determine you know, when I actually showed the yeah. So this looks promising. We broke it even more. Just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so we're now missing like which one of these are actually is being changed now, right? So that is the that is now another problem, right? We need is it 13 hour experience looks like this? It seems so, yeah. So I guess now we also need another another basically variable to determine which one are we currently changing, right? So yeah, so we have the colors, then we have this isn't really selected. This is more like how would we even you can actually see that what we did before you can actually see before in the things that actually worked, right? This was basically right what also what we had, and this is why the production version works, right? Because I was saying set the variable to the value that already was set in the colors, right? So that's basically why it worked, right? And that's why it worked, yeah. But I guess I got rid of that for some reason, right? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So now I don't know. I'm now in a little bit. I wonder if we should just use what I have there and then just, I mean, at least for this effect and do this, right? But still, no. I mean, I still want to kind of clean this up, right? Neo, buddy, good evening. I still want to clean this up, right? So when we actually push it and when people can use it for their projects, right? It's also easier to kind of contribute to and maintain. So that's the whole point, right? Because you can see we have too many state variables. We have color, we have set colors, and is selecting. No, it's fine, dude. Just you're absolutely welcome to fuck around. Please do. So yeah, so it's rather a little bit unplanned, right? I mean, but that's the nature of the stream, right? What do I think about Rust future? I don't honestly think much about it. I don't use Rust, right? There's nothing I can build in Rust Rust operates on a level of that I don't build for. I'm not writing CPU drivers, GPU drivers. I'm not writing a kernel, right? So I don't keep track of Rust because it's not the language that I'm gonna use most likely ever, because it doesn't solve the problems on the layer that I'm working, right? Okay, so actually, I'm gonna try one thing, right? Let's just copy this crap. I think I have an idea. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Give me a second. What? What happened here? Oh, never mind, okay. Wow, that's super weird. Okay. Ouch. We should have maybe committed it to whatever. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so whatever, right? So let's forget about this idea. So let's try. I think maybe I have, maybe I know, maybe something else is gonna work out, right? So let's do this, and yeah, we're gonna get rid of this type here for now, for a second. Okay. All right, cool. Did we do hard reset already? Not yet. Well, we kind of almost are now, right? But I might have gotten an idea. Give me a second. All right, beautiful. We're now back to where we started. A lot of progress. I love it. Just lovely. Actually, let's get, so at least we removed that, so we no longer need that, at least, right? Is this still working? Yeah, to some degree it's still working, right? Okay. So now what we can actually do, right, is, I guess what I wanted to do this whole time was saying here, you know, colors colors of button type, right? No, that's completely wrong. No. So, and we want this to be, I guess, can I say this? It's let's take a look at this. So yeah, this, right? So I think that does it, right? I guess that's what we wanted. That's what I wanted, right? So that's with the exception, right? You can see now. So the primary color is there. The exception though is that you can see that if we actually choose a background, let's say to red and go to primary, that's going to be good. No, actually, so this does it. So this whole failure was really bound to this one single thing, right? So I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think this was it, right? Yeah, this was pretty much it, right? It's just actually, wait a minute. So the background is, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's what it is. This is what we had to do, right? This is what we had to do here. And actually, fundamentally, we did improve this. So now, when I share this with you guys, in case you ever want to use this, I think this is now good. Mostly. Yep. Awesome. Okay, great. So we did actually simplify this crap. So we're gonna clean that up. We're gonna clean this stuff up. Actually clean that up as well. Oops. Okay, and that's actually very good. No, that's not what I wanted. Definitely not. So actually, no. You know what? I actually don't even want this. So actually, we should have them in another div, right? And that's okay. All right. So that's actually good. I think this is good, right? So that's what I wanted, pretty much, right? That's pretty much what I wanted. So the struggle was actually worth it because fundamentally, yeah, I think now it's basically in the place where I think it's a good place. Yeah, I think it's in a good place. Yes. Now the question would be generating tests for this using ChatGPT, right? So I wonder if these, if Jest or VTest or these guys, I wonder how we would actually fiddle with this and how we would actually provide or change the custom CSS properties in the tests, right? So let's actually try to give this. Yeah, actually, so but let me figure out first what it is that I would like to test here, right? So obviously loading the settings, if they applying things. So actually let's first manually ensure that this is working as we intended, right? It to work. So let's print the colors when you call the save, right? So let's set this to white, this one to red, and this to some green, right? Save. Okay, so it kind of does seem to work. I think I might have actually, wait a minute. And as you can see, this custom hook I wrote very long ago called on outside click. You can see if you actually click here, you can't close this crap, right? So maybe if we had some sort of an icon to close this bullshit, right? This also this what is it called? This thing, because I think I have a hook that I wrote long ago called use something. Where is it? Use on click outside. Yeah. Poland flag, exactly. So I think, yes. So maybe if we had some shitty icon in here, like, is there a way to close this? Do they have a prop for this? What is this library that we're using? Yeah, let's go here. Let's research just a tiny bit, right? Let's search for close. Customization. All right. Wait, it's not a. Let's play some Metallica. Oh, Black Album, man. We cannot go wrong with that, right? Okay. Oh wow, what a great documentation. Okay. So useless. Okay. So let's go back here and oh, I see. All right. Okay, that's actually pretty good, right? So we can add some X icon, right? So let's make this div a relative element, right? Or yeah, right. Or let's say come here and say class name, right? Let's say relative. And then over here I can say icon. We can use our icon component that we designed a couple of streams ago, right? That hopefully we can import it from somewhere. Yeah, icon name trash, whatever. Icon trash close, icon close, yeah. Let's say class name is width of 6 and position is let's say absolute, and let's say top 0, right 0, right, something like that. And text primary, just for fun. And we're looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Let's refresh this shit. Do we actually see it anywhere now? Let's see. No, I don't actually see it. Give me 1 second. Right 0, top 0 with 24, text primary, absolute, class name. Super weird. Wait, let's that's a little bit weird, to be honest. I guess I would expect to see it now, right? But let's maybe try something like this. Yeah, here it is now. Okay, so weird. Okay, never mind. yeah, I think it's a Z index. I think you're right. Because, yeah, so let's say Z50. I think it was behind the thing. Yep, exactly. So it's super weird because, I mean, it's not really weird. It's just, actually it is weird. Not the Z index, that's not weird. It's just, yeah, it's kind of, okay, never mind. Let's say right let's say minus I don't know, minus 10, right? And let's say minus what, 5. But then we would need to offset it a little bit, or maybe show it somewhere else. Maybe, well, obviously we don't want this. We want this to be a lot smaller, right? Now we can say minus 5 here as well. Actually, yeah, well, we have zoomed out a lot, right? In the browser and in the storybook, right? As a dad, do you think it's hard? No, man, it's not. I think it's the most beautiful thing ever, man. I think it's genuinely the most amazing thing ever. I wouldn't say it's hard. I mean, if your question is, you know, do you have less time for yourself? Like, you know, some people are more narcissistic than others, right? Some people, you know, love life for them, and I don't. This is not to say it's negative. More power to people, right? But of course, that when you have a child, right? When you have a child, right, you have to devote. I mean, if you choose to have kids, make sure that you choose that so you can devote to them and you can give them attention, right? Right. So no, I don't think. Fucking assholes! Don't be an asshole, guys. Come on. And I mean, you're just jealous of him, man. You're sitting, like, both of you assholes are sitting there alone. So, but anyway, jokes aside, no, I don't think it's okay. I need to get used to the Twitch jokes. Okay, okay. Anyway, assholes. Okay, so on click. What the fuck? This makes no fucking sense. What can I say? What can I say to these comments? Oh man, are we that stupid, man? Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I see now what's happening. I mean, it's why do I keep using word I every time when I make a mistake? No, every time I make a mistake, I'm always saying we. Every time I do things right, I'm saying I. What an asshole, right? What an asshole am I? It's just beautiful, right? Just absolutely beautiful. Oh shit, sorry, I put this in a wrong place. And in a wrong repository as well. Beautiful. So this is what I wanted to do here. Yeah, so do I like this? No, not really. I don't really like it. Of course, we need to, this story as well is a little bit messed up. Let's at least, you know, say margin, I don't know, 10 or something. So this is not stuck to the fucking borders, right? Yeah, do I like this icon? No, not really. Not really, to be honest. What do you guys think? Is it too disgusting? I guess it's not too disgusting, right? Yeah, this is. I mean, Yale is an open source thing I wrote. This is what I use at Programmer Network, right? So you can access all of this already, right? So this is already open sourced. I'm just gonna push this component now as part of it as well, right? But here is the repository, right? And then you can find the storybook in there and stuff like that. Oh, 5JS. Put the poop icon. This is the most useful library so far. Beautiful. No, we're not deploying the. If you're talking about the Programmer Network, yeah, Programmer Network is deployed. It's production ready. Okay. I'm aware of this. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. Beautiful. I think. Well, I mean, in reality, right? In reality, I mean, the best code is the removed code, right? That always has been the rule for decades, right? The less code, the better, right? The legacy systems, the legacy systems, the legacy banking systems, for example, right? They are all most of the jobs in the legacy, like for example with Delphi and Pascal and a lot of these old languages, most of these developers are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and their job is to try to do nothing. So basically, their jobs are literally like the whole banking ecosystem praying that they don't have to do anything, right? I love the usefulness of the Twitch chat. You guys are so incredibly helpful. These libraries, especially that you're sharing with me, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys are the best. Oh, the lead bin. Okay, that's what it's named. Wait a minute, that's wrong. Yeah, fuck. Man, I keep opening the wrong project. Oh my god. Beautiful. You guys are incredible. Download more RAM. Actually, I will select a plan just to see the meme. This is the most idiotic thing I've seen in my entire life, and I met you guys. Thank you. Now my computer has more RAM. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. No, wait, I clicked on the wrong thing. Give me a second. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. All right, so I think what we will do now, I think we'll actually push this now. Am I like completely happy? Well, I don't actually know. I don't think so that I am. But at least, right? I mean, for sure, it's better than what we have in Programmer Network, right? It's right written in TypeScript, right? Like the rest of the components, right? So I think we're gonna deploy this for now, right? And of course, you guys, if you wish, you should feel free to contribute to it, right? As well. So I'm gonna actually push this now. Spend the whole stream on this crap. Well, actually, most stream talking, but yeah. But it doesn't matter, I guess. That's sometimes how it is. Team builder components. Actually, maybe there's one thing that I would like to do though, and that's maybe just yeah, here's the team builder, so I'm just gonna move it there instead. Right, I'm gonna actually push this. And we're gonna deploy this to npm. So let's go back here and let's go over here and let's go to Yale. Let's go to our actions. Let me get some water. So this will fuck. Did I run the format and stuff? My lint. Team builder types any. Why didn't I run this in time? Give me 1 second. Where do we have any? Colors any. Yeah, that's idiotic completely. It's not any really, right? Is it? Okay, doesn't really matter. Let's do that again. So all right, so let's kind of do the latest thing. You label me. All right, so let's create a little type here. Let's say place I colors. All right, and yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay, that's great. Cool. Let's see, did our CI fail with anything else? No, apparently that's the only thing that it failed with, okay? Let me just go back here. Is there any unused crap that we forgot to remove or no? Okay. I guess what I have to do as well, I might have created the tag by mistake, right? Yep. So we need to get rid of this. We will delete the tag from here. Ah, shit. But yeah, before we do that, let's just push this thing, right? That's a wrong project. It's a good question, Gion. It's a good question. I don't yet, right? I mean, this whole thing is still in a very, I wouldn't say early stage, but it's still in a stage where these types of things don't really matter, right? I mean, again, I've decided to open source a lot of these things for the sake of making it easier for me and also making it easier maybe for hoping that some people are willing to contribute, right? So these types of things at this point in time don't really matter, but you always would have a strategy for this, right? So you would either decide that strategy with other contributors that, you know, I don't have right now any, I don't really have any active contributors that if I did have them, right, then obviously we would agree on certain things. Hey, for example, say, and every, I don't know, every bigger global component or a mini library is, you know, this every fix, hotfix, whatever is a minor upgrade, right? So this, there's no golden rules here. It really boils down to what you decide, right? All right, so that's good. So now we will actually deploy this. That's why you can see this incredibly huge number now in Louis GUI, which is like 1061, right? Because I don't really care right now because I haven't set that type of process yet, right? There's nothing in the README in relation to that, right? As you can see. Right? So basically now actually, so now it's publishing our storybook, and then it's gonna push to, as you can see, this is a three-stage step in my GitHub Actions. It lints, it publishes this. When you finish a big project, do you just simplify variable names to code? All right, I guess I'm not sure if that's a serious question though. What do you need contributors for? No, but I mean, there's a bunch of these libraries that I wrote, not bunch, but there's a bunch of stuff that I open sourced here, right? Or few things, right? So we have, there's this thing that I kind of wrote, right? Which I think is pretty awesome, right? I actually don't, it's not that I need them, right? It's more that, you know, now people can't complain anymore, because now if they want to contribute, they can contribute to certain things of this. Because before, when I streamed, people were like, hey, how can I help? How can I, right? So there's some other things here that people can actually do, right? So if you go to the organization, there's a few other things. I think there's this thing that I'm using in my this is also deployed to npm actually. So there are a few things, right, that I kind of open source, right? So it's not that I need, but it's, you know, if people want to, it would be nice, right? So for example, so there is Yale, there's Fastify for schema, there's, well, this is something I built 5 years ago, yeah. This is when I worked with reactjs. I published this 5 years ago. But yeah, this one is for Fastify. Yeah, this is Yale now, right? Right, yeah, happy face for sure. Okay, so as you can see, this was in fact released now. So yeah, so now if you go to Yale Programmer Network, right, you can actually find the team builder there now. And you can also go to the repository to get the code base, right, if you want. But yeah, these are the types of things, right, that people can now contribute to if they wish, right? Because few people ask me, few people actually, the ones that do use Programmer Network, they actually, when I released this, they asked me about this. Hey man, this team builder is super cool. How did you? I remember Rebecca asked me like, hey Alex, you know, this is pretty cool. How did you build this, right? So actually now people have access to it if they wanna use it, right? Because it is a clever way, in a way that if you build your UI as I did, based on 3 simple custom CSS variables that cascade, right? Then you can have this type of behavior very easy. Actually, I think I'm gonna probably record a video on this thing tomorrow. So if people want to implement it in their projects, it's basically just cascading, right? And yeah, of course you can extend this to as many variables, yeah. Where is Stanford exactly? Okay, good. So yeah, we'll see if there's more work needed here, right? Obviously, this save and reset, I guess, should be shown only when the state is dirty, right? So when yeah, when you actually change something from the initial state, right, etc., etc. So we'll see about that. Give me a moment here. Where's our backlog? This is something I'm actually going to be very excited to stream about. So in maybe 2 or 3 streams from now, so sometimes maybe even this week, we're gonna start learning about this activity pub protocol. Is it for these decentralized social networking protocol, right? So this is something I'm super happy to get into soon. And not only that, but also eventually, again, Nostr. If you remember, we played a little bit with Nostr as well. So these two things I'm actually looking forward to. So we're gonna build do some maybe sock.js or some WebSockets and stuff. So I think we're gonna build our chat inside a programmer network using Noster. And then I also want to use this activity pub. One of my viewers shared this a couple of streams ago, right? And this is essentially a way that you expose your network through this protocol to other networks. So apparently Mastodon and some other networks are implementing this protocol, right? So I'm actually quite keen to learn about this, right? To read the spec at least a bit together, right? And stuff like that to see what this actually is. Not so much the technicalities of the spec, but rather like, is this actually decentralized and how does this work? Because yeah, so yes, but in simple words, yeah, I'm actually looking forward. And then Noster, this protocol basically is built by this, I think this ex CEO of Twitter and some other guys. So this is also this has relays. So this is also very interesting. I think JavaScript will be enough for your application. Well, you need to be more specific. What do you mean JavaScript? If you mean Fastify as the API, it doesn't really matter what the API is. You can always scale that indefinitely, either horizontally or vertically, and that's it, right? I guess you mean API, because the only thing that's written in JavaScript is the front end, which obviously is that, and the API. And yes, the answer, of course, is yes. There's billion-dollar businesses running PHP, Ruby, Node.js, and any other languages. If they can do them, if it's enough for them, you know, it's enough for me as well, right? So for sure it's enough. So yeah, so this guy and this guy, I'm actually very happy. Gonna look forward to. Just gonna move this here under stories. We'll need to define obviously what we want to do with this, but I think we're gonna be learning soon about this. And it seems that I actually already researched a little bit about this in my Jean Code 1 debug. Oh shit, that link that I shared there wasn't correct. All right, fellas, cool. Well, I built a little bit of failure in the stream, a little bit of a time wasted on that crap, to be honest. But I just need to learn a little bit. I don't think I will ever learn to just use some sort of Pomodoro or something when streaming, right? Because it's so easy to get distracted and just lean off something else. Any last remarks, questions? Anyone needs any help with anything before I head off? We're gonna be seeing each other tomorrow anyway, so that's what it is. But while I'm still here, is there anybody who needs who needs to know something? Well, I mean, we made it work at the end, right? It's just it was supposed to be a 10-minute thing. It was supposed to be a 2-minute thing, but it wasn't, was it? For web dev, do you need any language other than HTML, CSS, JS, and PHP? Is it true that it's harder to find software engineering job? It's Metallica, yeah. I mean, ageism is a problem in the industry for sure. I mean, it is harder to sometimes find jobs in places if you are like that's the sad part of the industry sometimes, right? But I think so, yeah. I mean, is it harder? Like, I mean, it's very hard to fully claim. I cannot make that claim fully, right? Nitrogen, right? I can't make that claim because I don't have the data to support that claim, right? But I've heard that some people of certain age did have problems to find job. Now, does that mean that that there is a problem? No, it doesn't mean that there is a problem. It just means, right? So it's hard to say that, right? Yeah, you would need to talk to a lot of people of that age span, right, to determine such a thing, right? So you get what I mean. So no, not really. Not really. I don't know. Play one game. Likewise, man. Thank you for being here always. Of course. I'll prepare something more for the stream tomorrow. What I want to do and stuff. But yeah, there's few more things I think we will have to move to the storybook, to this Yale library, right? We're in a process of, yeah, I'm just in a process of moving a lot of these things, improving them and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes is it fun to watch that? It's not fun, and you know, if it's not fun, I advise you not to watch it. That's what it is. Sometimes it is fun. So Rebecca, my friend, good evening. The Becca. Yeah. Stream was nice. Stream was nice, I think. Not very productive, to be honest. That Becca. Not very productive, maybe, but it was a lot of chit chat and a lot of questions and stuff. So it was fine. I enjoyed it. I think how long am I streaming for? Almost 3 hours. So that means I enjoyed it, right? But yeah, not much coding. Sofa, likewise, buddy. Thank you for being here the whole time, man. I appreciate that very much. And good night to you as well. I'm gonna head off as well. I don't know if my wife is still, if she's still. Yeah, I don't think that we. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily shit. I don't think we talked shit, so it was fine. It was useful, I think. But yeah, that's what it is sometimes, right? Even better, exactly. I mean, it's not that anybody comes for programming anyway, right? Becca, all right, I gotta go, guys. Thank you very much. As always, I wish you well, and take care of yourselves as always. And okay, let me answer the last question. Did you ever participate in a hackathon? I've participated in tens of different hackathons and events, yes, many times, yes. Every year I do a couple of these hackathons, right? Programmer Network as an idea came out of a hackathon 10 years ago, actually. I told this story many years ago, but actually maybe before I leave, let me show you one thing. Let me show you where this idea for this project came out from, right? So actually, I don't know which one is it. Let me just open it. Yeah. So let me show you. So this idea of a programmer network came out in a hackathon. I don't know when was this document created. Is it possible to see how old is this document? But this is actually the first slide of Programmer Network ever. How can I check, like, because I copied this from a different account, but file information details. Yeah, so created, so 2015. Yeah, so actually you don't see it behind my camera, but actually you can see here I created this document October 2015, and this was actually on a hackathon on a boat. I used to live in Sweden back then, and this was on a hackathon on a boat, one big ferry that goes between Sweden and Denmark. We had this hackathon for like 3 days, so we've been on a boat for 3 days. Wait, I think I have some pictures of me coding, like being dead there. Give me, I think, interviews. Then we conducted some yeah, but well, back then this idea was great. If we have actually built this back then, this would have been a great success. I think it's too late now. But I'm still gonna do it. But let's face it, it's probably too late. Because back then there was no platforms like this, right? So yeah, these are the mockups I initially did in Photoshop. Give me 1 second. But yeah, this was interesting. Wait a minute, programmer. Monthly spending, no. I swear I had some like screenshots, mockups, media logos, no. Interviews, homepage, no. Designer, oh, this is the designers. We even wanted to hire a designer for this. Oh, maybe the image was as part of this slide. Yeah, wait a minute. I think my image was inside. Look at the initial. Look at the initial. This was just built on a boat in like 20 minutes. But on a boat we had like signups and stuff like that. You know, this was like, I think, jQuery or Angular or Knockout.js. I don't actually remember when it was. No, I mean, but yeah, it's on a boat, right? It was on a boat, so Alex, Killian, and Jan. Yeah, but man, what we did in 3 days, it was incredible. We did all of this shit, the research. Then we showed the existing blogs of programmers, and they look like this. You know, we actually had a investor back then on a boat. One super cool lady. She came to us and said, "If you need some money, I'm actually willing to invest." This was back then, but she said, "I don't think that you need money right now. I think you guys can just sit and do this, you know, on your own." But we didn't. We kind of failed, right? Personal identity developing ideas, getting acknowledged by peers. Market. Yeah, but this was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was for sure fun. MVP. Yeah, should have taken the money. But yeah, great things come. I mean, we had hackathons recently at Dream Data as well. We built something using Vertex AI and a lot of the LLMs and stuff. We built our own LLM and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, this was like 10 years ago. Here I am. This is Eduardo Siergar. This guy used to be one of the leading scientists at NASA in Washington. I built some AI. I actually worked for him for a couple of years. This is the Sophia AI. If I go to my LinkedIn, this is fuck no, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I have that somewhere in my experience, right? Don't I? Yeah, Sophia Ltd. Yeah, I don't know if that website still exists though. I don't think so. But that was pretty awesome, man. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, all of these guys. This guy still has a company. This guy actually succeeded. This guy, he succeeded. He has now he has a pretty awesome business now. The rest of us kind of failed, yeah. Yeah, the rest of us kind of failed. Yeah, exactly. Look at me with the Razer headphones. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what it is. You asked about a hackathon. Well, yeah, I've been part of many of them. Been part of many of them for sure. I love hackathons. I love them a lot. I think great things come out when people sit together. Just because of Razer, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, back then, of course, I mean, this was a decade ago, right? If I had the skills and knowledge that I have today, things would have been different, but, you know, no, it's not a failure for sure. I mean, I learned so much. I mean, having your own startup, as I had a decade ago, has taught me so much, right? A lot of the things that I tried to teach under quotes here in this stream comes from a lot of these stories, right? When I talk about value, when I talk about what to focus on, when I talk about balance, right? I don't talk about that out of my asshole, right? It comes from these things, because I went through incubator and an accelerator. So for almost a year, we went through, we had professionals from Silicon Valley and France and all various countries coming in. People who are actually entrepreneurs also helping us out, right? So it's not, there's nothing that teaches you as well about business and balance as having your own company. Then you see all of the challenges of the world. When you work for a salary, you don't give a shit, right? You focus on your small, tiny world, or a limited, tiny world of your own domain. But when you actually start your own company, then you realize you get the whole picture, the whole world of things, right? And that's when you mature a lot. There's nothing harder than having your own business. That's the ultimate challenge, right? So that's just how it is. All right, fellas. This time for real. Good night. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow around 9 as well. So if you're around, please come by. Otherwise, see you whenever you're around. Peace out.